Today's video is motivational poetry about grief and healing. I'll be reading my poem, The Beast Called Grief. I'm an author, artist, mother, workshop facilitator where I teach storytelling to at risk youth in Baltimore City. I want you to go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get future notifications. And we're going to get started. Grief happens and it can be complicated, especially when you're dealing with a situation like the COVID-19 situation that we have going on right now. Many people are dying. They're not getting a chance to spend time with their loved ones before they leave this earth. And now more than ever, we need encouragement that we can make it through in troubled times. So this poem, The Beast Called Grief, I wrote it out of my own experience. I had loved ones and friends who passed away, and it was really hard for me. And I was dealing with grief. And God showed me something while I was going through this journey of grieving, that it wasn't for my destruction. So I shared this in my poem. So enjoy. The Beast Called Grief. I remember a day when I was in the middle of this grief session. And the thought came to mind that grief was a beast. I imagine it slowly emerges from the shadows of tragedy and that was following me down the street, hiding behind trees, hoping to bring me to my knees, releasing a flood of emotional pain intended to drive me insane. Yes, there were times when I felt like grief was a beast. I started thinking, remembering, reminiscing, missing the ones I love, wishing and hoping that somehow they made it above. But that was too much to worry about. At that moment, all I could see was how I could not be with them or talk to them. Of course, if I had my choice, they'd still be here, they'd still be near. Many times I felt like grief was a beast, a terrible, terrible beast, trying to hunt and trap me when I least expected in this cage of despair. Some nights it felt like help would never come, but I knew it was always near, ever present. That light that shines in the midst of darkness, the light that illuminates, revealed the so called beast for what it was. I eventually realized that grief was the least of my problems. The enemy, as a roaring lion, is still lurking, seeking whom he may devour, even during this dark hour in my life. But he can only get me if I give him power, even in a session of grief. It's only through yielding to God that you get relief in your mind. Man has tamed every beast. Even grief can be realized for what it truly is when you call on His name. Instead of memories tormenting you, you'll be able to use them to remember that time when you laughed and loved, all those memories you hold dear, even those situations you wish to repeat, not to leave you depleted and defeated. In confronting those memories, grief becomes a gift of relief and release. And in remembering, you'll finally find peace. This isn't an overnight job, and any tormenting spirits will take flight when you tell them to go. Yes, we have power with the Holy Ghost. Use your mental bounty hunters to locate those contrary thoughts. When you find them, lay hold to them and read them your rights. You have the right to happiness, peace, relief, and to experience grief the way it was intended, which is for your brokenness to be mended. You have the right to be able to sleep through the night. There are times when grief will come, not to have you stuck in regret, refusing to forgive yourself, but to help you to deal with the absence. When you acknowledge and deal with the feelings, it will bring you closer to your healing. Maybe you feel like grief is a beast too. With God on your side, you'll make it through. Thank you for listening. I hope this video ministered to you. Click on the link to follow my YouTube page if you haven't done so already. There would be a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so that you get future notifications. Also, I have a Facebook page. What we're doing, we have a lot of projects rolling out, and we want you to stay informed. I pray that you find peace in troubled times. Share this video with a friend, someone that you know. You never know who might be going through adversity or going through in their mind. Share this video with a friend, and prayerfully it would minister to them as well.